Good morning and welcome to On Air, the weekly programme with the best entertainment, the most interesting features and the fittest guys. My name's Jessica Armitage and this is my fellow presenter Keir Crichton.
On the show today we start off with a brand new Pop Stars competition. We then look at some controversial music internet sites and have a small feature on safety in the streets. But before all this, we start by checking out the latest fashions with our stunning on-air models. Now this is a fashion show with a difference. These are not clothes from the high street stores. These are clothes from their own wardrobes. So let's meet the models.
Now here we have with us today Helen Moore, and she's our fashion consultant. Our first example of real clothing today is Alison Patch, and they're modelling some clothes for weekend wear, casual and day.
Hi. Right, can you tell me what you're wearing and where it's from first?
Tops and the jeans are from Topshop and the shoes are from Quicksilver.
Okay, and can you tell me how much they cost?
Top was £30, jeans are about 35 and the shoes are 45.
And where would you wear this type of outfit?
Mostly just shopping with friends and stuff because it's quite versatile because it's got a zip, you can take it off if you're hot, so it's quite practical as well.
Okay, and you've obviously got very long legs, so can you tell me how you get around that problem?
Well, Topshop do a really good range of trousers for people with longer leg lengths, so that's mostly where I get my stuff from.
Okay, and next we have Patch. Okay, can you tell me what you're wearing to start with?
The top is from VR and the jeans are from River Island.
Okay, and can you tell me how much they cost?
This top was £90 and the jeans were 35.
Okay, and where would you wear this type of outfit?
Probably just to the cinema or something with a group of friends, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, and anything you particularly like about your jeans?
The jeans already have a faded look, so you know I can get messy in them and no one's really going to notice.
Yeah, so they're quite versatile. All right, thank you very much, you pair.
Thank you.
Now our next models on the catwalk are Johnny and Francesca, and they're wearing clothes for maybe going out for a drink or just casual evening wear really.
And this coat's very good because the duffel look is in at the moment, so that's nice.
Yeah, the sheepskin really looks good.
And the white trousers are very adventurous because it's obviously not going to rain. Very nice. Right, hi Fran, if you can tell me what you're wearing and where it's from.
I'm wearing a denim jacket from Diesel, H&M trousers and shoes from Next.
Okay, and how do you find the shoes? Because the pointy shoes can be generally quite sore.
Yeah, they can be, but these are extremely comfortable. That's why I like wearing them a lot when I'm out.
And how much were they?
They were £50.
And what about your jacket and trousers?
My jacket was £85 and my trousers were 30.
And where would you normally wear this outfit?
Normally if I was going out for drinks or just for a bite to eat in the evening or something.
Yeah, it looks very smart. All right, thank you. And then Johnny, can you tell me what you're wearing and where it's from?
I'm wearing sanded trousers from Topman, a white shirt from River Island and a jacket from Next.
Okay, and how much did they all cost?
My trousers were £30, the shirt was 35 and my jacket was 60.
Okay, and have you had the jacket long?
Not too long now, about a month.
Yeah, so you're picking up with the duffel coat fashion at the moment. Okay, all right, and where would you wear this type of outfit?
Just out with some mates on the town or whatever.
Yeah, for a hot date?
Yeah.
All right, okay, thank you very much. It's lovely.
Thank you.
Now next up we have Harry and Harriet, and they're modelling for us some rather glamorous evening wear.
Here we have Harriet modelling the classic black dress and Harry in a very smart suit, which looks as though it's nicely cut.
Both looking very sexy.
Okay, Harry, if you could tell me what you're wearing and where it's from.
I'm wearing a black dress and this is from New Look, and I'm wearing some black shoes and they're from Jade.
And how much do they cost?
Well, the
Shoes cost about 30 quid and the dress was £35.
And is this your little classic black dress?
It is. I just think new looks so good because even though they're moderately cheap, you can still look ever so glamorous.
Yeah, you can get up to the date fashion for affordable prices.
Definitely.
All right, and where would you wear this outfit?
Probably at a disco or a ball or a marriage.
It's a very versatile dress. All right, thank you, it looks lovely. And Harry, can you tell me what you're wearing and where it's from and how much?
I'm wearing a Hugo Boss suit and Peter James shoes. And I think the suit was about £100 and the shoes were about 50.
Okay, and it looks as though the suit fits you very nicely. Was it tailor-made?
Yeah, it was, but partially just because it's Hugo Boss and they're just wonderful.
Yeah, it's a good factor. If you get it tailor-made, the suit really fits nicely. So, where would you wear this outfit?
I'd wear it out to a meal or somewhere formal, similar to Hattie's black dress.
Yeah, you'd make a very stylish couple. All right, that's lovely. Thank you.
Thank you very much to our models there, all 6 of them, and thank you to Helen, our fashion consultant. Next week we'll be checking out how we can copy the latest catwalk fashions down the high street.
Now, have you ever downloaded music from the internet? All of us have done it at some stage, true, but the problem is it's illegal, and it's costing the music industry millions of pounds every year. So we sent one of our research teams to go and check out the new controversial peer-to-peer networks.
Yes, that's right, Keir. I'm not surprised so many people have used this system because it's so incredibly easy. I'm going to start by giving you a little technical introduction and telling you that Kazaa is a peer-to-peer file sharing network. It allows you to connect to other users' computers and download music, software, games, almost anything. It's gained the most notoriety because of the illegal trading of MP3s, which are compressed music files in an easy to download format. We're just going to show you how easy it is to download all sorts of music from the internet. Once you're connected to the network, you can search for almost anything. With the results being displayed on screen almost instantly, along with a lot of other information about the quality of the MP3, its length and the quality of the connection to the computer that it's on. To download the file, you just double click on it and the transfer will begin immediately, assuming that a stable connection to the host can be established. Within a couple of minutes you should have a file on your computer. Closing down Kazaa and other file sharing networks is very difficult. After losing a battle in the US courts that would allow them to hack into users' computers and delete any MP3s they found, the music industry is trying new tactics by seeding the network. This is where they provide computers of their own on the Kazaa network, but that have bad files, either files with skips in them or files that are the right length and are named correctly, but just contain 3 minutes of silence. They hope that this will cause users to become sort of disillusioned with the network and want to just go out and buy a CD to prevent the hassle, but in reality, most of the time they just throw the track away and download another one. People justify illegally downloading MP3s because of the exorbitant price of proper CDs in shops and the tendency of albums now to have just 1 or 2 decent tracks. With the arrival of more widespread broadband connections, it's getting even easier to download music. A 3-minute audio file would have taken you about 15 to 20 minutes to download on a modem, but now with broadband it can take under a minute depending on the speed of your connection.
Now here we have 3 fantastic singers who have been chosen to get through to the final heats of our Find a Star competition. One contestant will be chosen by you, the viewers, to get through to the grand final in 6 weeks' time. All you have to do is phone in and vote for your favourite. Now, are we all ready?
Yeah.
Just nervous. You all look very apprehensive. Yeah. Lots of adrenaline rush. Right. Take it, Susie. You're singing first.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, come on then.
Okay.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah, thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, singing Nothing Compares to You, Miss Susie Dyer.
It's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your love away. I go out every night and sleep all day since you took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whomever I choose. I can eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant, but nothing, I said nothing can take away this blues, 'cause nothing compares, nothing compares to you. All the flowers that you planted, Mama, in the backyard, all died when you went away. I know that living with your baby was sometimes hard, but I'm willing to give it another try. Nothing compares, nothing compares to you. Nothing compares, nothing compares to you.
Susan, that was fantastic. You really are amazing. Were you nervous?
Yeah, very
You
actually.
certainly didn't seem it. You're really brilliant. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thanks.
Ben, are you up next?
Yeah.
Oh, come on then. Good luck.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, singing Yesterday, it's Ben Gray.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know, she wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Why she had to go, I don't know, she wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
Well done, mate. This is really well.
Now, last but not least, we have Georgia. And good luck. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, singing Hopelessly Devoted to You, it's Georgia Thompson.
Guess mine is not the first heartbroken. you. Hold on till the end, and that's what I intend to do. 'Cause I'm hopelessly devoted to you. But now there's nowhere to hide since you pushed my love aside, out of my head, hopelessly devoted to you, hopelessly devoted to you, hopelessly devoted to you.
Well done, Georgia. You were all brilliant. Now, I'm so glad I don't have to choose the winner. It's sure going to be a tough decision. If you guys would like to chill out for a while, and we'll announce the winner at the end of the show. Now, I'm sure you viewers out there are desperate to vote for your favourite, so if you really love Susie, then call 01509 62 0001. If you want to see a bit more of Ben, call 01509 62 0002. And if you're hopelessly devoted to Georgia, then call 01509 62 0003.
We're going to take a short break now, but when we return, we'll be asking the question, are the streets of Britain safe, or are people too scared to leave their home? Don't you dare go away.
Yep.
enough at the moment to make our streets safer?
No.
No.
Not really, no.
I just said no.
No. Not really, no.
Not really.
Don't know, really.
We hear of an increasing amount of mobile phone theft in the country. Is there anything that young people can do to prevent this happening?
I think there's been a lot of publicity on mobile phone thefts, and I don't think they're actually now as prevalent as they were, because we've had some new sentencing and obviously there has been a big deterrent there. What I would say is people should be aware of when they're using their phones out and about. Think before you use it. If you don't have to use it on the street, wait until you're in a safe environment to use it. If you do use it on the street, be mindful of where you are, who's around you. think before you take it out of your bag or your pocket. And also use the PIN numbers that are provided by the phone companies. Then that way, if it is stolen, you can disable it straight away and report it.
Someone got mugged the other day around where we live because it's a bit rough there.
I know that a guy got stabbed in Amigos on Saturday night.
There was a guy that had been like hit on the head or something like that, and unfortunately I heard that he died like a couple of days later.
Really?
A local lad, yeah, it happened like last Saturday.
I wouldn't go out unless, as a rule, because I feel very intimidated. And my appearance as well, sometimes people, you know, tend to want to pick a fight with me because they have the wrong perception of me, that I look like I'm up for a fight.
Well, I went out in Nottingham last night and I could see a few things going on, and there weren't enough police on the streets, sort of thing.
Is there anything young people can do to avoid confrontations on the streets?
Again, I think need to be mindful of where they are, and obviously my best advice is if you're going out in a large group is to try and mix that group, so you've a mixture of lads and girls out on the street. But if you are in a group of lads all together, just be aware of your surroundings. The slightest indication that you may be getting into confrontation with another group, just to back off and just walk away, really. That's the best thing. Be mindful of how much you drink, where you are. That's the best advice I can give you.
Do you feel threatened at all walking? Would you go out alone at night?
Where I live, probably not really, no. I used to. Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes. Would you go out at night alone?
Alone? Probably not, no.
I walk back from their house and it's really dark, like the street we live in is really dark and horrible, so yeah, I do feel a bit scared there.
Well, I suppose they try their best, but resources and money and shit and stuff like that, so it's hard to come by. I suppose you can't employ people, there aren't enough police about. What can you do? I mean, it would be brilliant in the ideal world that everyone would be safe. I mean, I've just been down to Guernsey and it's so safe down there. You don't need to lock your car and lock your door and stuff. But it's just so many people robbing and stealing that you can't control it, really, can you? I don't feel particularly safe, but you know, it's the way it is. I don't think you'll ever feel safe. There's people about. You know, it would be great if there was police everywhere, you know, on every corner, but there isn't.
It's not going to be that way, is it?
Not going to be that way, no.
Hello, my name is Jessica Armitage, presenting On Air, the show for switched on young people throughout the UK. You've just seen our team out in Loughborough asking some searching questions about safety on our streets, but now we're going to meet a lovely, lucky young lady who's going to be fixed up with a perfect date with one of our 3 hunky guys. We're going to provide the chosen one with her £100 to give our girl a really good time. So bring her on! Hi, nice to meet you. So, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jenny Pepper and I'm 15 years old.
15? Right, is this going to be your first big date then?
Yeah, sort of.
Oh, that's well exciting. Alright then, for you viewers out there, Jenny's going to ask a series of questions, and depending on her answers she thinks the best, she's going to pick one of the guys and they're going to take her out on a wonderful date this evening. So Jenny, what would you expect from your perfect date?
Okay. Well, I'd expect them to be kind and generous, be interesting and have a good sense of humour, but it'd be a bit of a bonus if they're good looking as well.
Well, of course. That's a lot to ask for, but we'll see what we can do. Right, if you want to come over here and we'll get you sorted out. Right, I hope you don't mind, we've got to put this blindfold on you. Do it. Right, so let's bring on the guys. Right then, number 1, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jim Oswald from Leicester and I'm a student at Ratcliffe College.
Cool. Number 2?
I'm Sean McCauley, I'm from Ireland, I'm 16 years old and I'm also a student.
And finally number 3?
Hi, I'm Charlie Morger, I'm 16 years old and I'm a student from Loughborough Grammar.
Alright then, would you like to take a seat? Right then, Jenny, fire away with those questions.
Hi boys.
Right, Jenny.
Hi.
Okay, question number 1 to number 1. If I were to choose you to take me on my dream date tonight, where would you take me and why? You're obviously not old enough to drive me there, so how would we travel?
Well, we'd start in a romantic horse-drawn carriage to take us to the airport, where I'd whisk you away to my mountainside lodge in the Swiss Alps, where I'd pamper you and I'd see to your every desire, and we'd finish the weekend with a candlelit dinner in front of the fire, and then we'd lie in each other's arms and watch the snow fall over the mountainside in the moonlight. And it wouldn't just be the fire steaming out the window.
So can you just bear this in mind? You get £100, not like 10,000. Now, same question to number 2.
Well, I'd fly to my house in Ireland and get you picked up from the airport by my personal chauffeur. When you get to my house, cook you a meal. Afterwards, we go for a little walk along the beach, find a nice sand dune, sit down and just watch the sunset. Mine's actually going to happen on like number 1. Because I actually got a house and he hasn't.
What are you thinking so far?
Yeah, pretty good. Sweet.
Right, and then the question number 1 to number 3.
Well, Jenny, I would order a limo to the airport, fly on a first class plane to Paris, have a romantic meal for 2, and then, well, I'll leave the rest up to you, but trust me, I won't let you down.
Right then, your second question.
Okay. What kind of a person would you describe yourself as? And why would you think that I'd enjoy going on a date with you?
Who's that to, Jenny?
To number 1, please.
Well, I'll always be able to make you smile, but to find out just how much I can make you smile, I'll have to ditch these 2 losers. And what kind of guy am I? What kind of guy do you want me to be?
To number 2 then.
Well, I'm quite laid back, and being the eldest out of these 2, I'm also the most mature. So ditch these 2 children, and we best to get out of here.
And to number 3?
I'm fun, bubbly, and up for a laugh. You definitely want to go out with me because we're a perfect match. We'll have to leave these 2 dumb bros behind and pick me, number 3.
Aww.
Right then, Jenny, your last question.
If you were to give me a little present at the start of the evening, what would it be? And that's to number 2, please.
Well, just experiencing the Irish culture and the countryside is a breathtaking experience by itself, but I'd also give you a single red rose.
He's a charmer.
Okay, to number 1, please.
Well, if you let me take you on a magical date, Jenny, then I'll give you your present at the end of the night.
Steamy.
And to number 3, please.
Okay. Well, Jenny, I wouldn't dream of giving you a little present because you're worth more than that. But if I had to, I'll give you me, all wrapped up, full of battery and ready to turn on.
Right, Jenny, you've not had much time to make your decision.
No.
How's it going? Have you got any ideas?
Well, I think number 1's a bit randy. Number 2 is quite sweet. I'm not sure about number 3 and number 2 and decision 4 really.
Right, do you think you've made your decision then? Keep it to yourself, but...
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Right, can you tell me why you've chosen who you have done?
I've chosen this person because they've made me smile quite a lot, and the answers that they've done are really sweet and just a real charmer really.
Alright, so tell everybody then, who's it going to be?
It's going to be number 3.
Right, Jenny, it's time to meet your dream date. Stand up, please, number 3. Now, if you'd like to take off your blindfold and follow me over. Now, here he is, your perfect guy.
Now we're going to give you £100 to spend on your weekend, so who wants to count out the money?
She can.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 100. Hope you have a really good time.
Thank you very much.
Well done, lads.
Cheers.
Now we're moving on to the arts section. That's going to get a little bit serious now, but don't panic. If you like film, I think you'll enjoy this section. We are proud enough to say one of the hottest directors in Hollywood is British. His name is Ridley Scott, and he has made some fantastic films. So we sent our inside film critic to check him out. Enjoy.
Hello and welcome to the film section of On Air, your lifeline to the best films worldwide. Today we'll be discussing one of the greatest directors of all time. You've most likely heard of Ridley Scott, director of the Oscar-winning Gladiator, the superb Blade Runner, and of course, Alien. Born in 1937, Ridley Scott was brought up in Northumberland. After completing his education, he went on to become a set designer for the BBC in the early 60s. Later, Scott went on to direct the popular police adventure series Z-Cars. Since then, he's directed other famous films, including the controversial masterpiece Thelma and Louise. To explain Thelma and Louise in greater detail, we have our resident film critic, Pete Banks. Was there anything you didn't like about the film?
I have to say it was a remarkable film, and incidentally it cost $17 million to make, but cleared $50 million, so it was very successful. It was also a very, very serious film. The one thing I didn't like was Thelma's husband was represented as a total fool. The film itself was an attack on men, basically. All different kind of chauvinists and sexist pigs. Almost every man in the film is represented as a different type of man that mistreats and abuses women. But the husband was played by, I think he was a comedian, and he asked could he, extend his part, and I think he overdid it and exaggerated it and turned it into some kind of slapstick, so he kept falling over and overacting, and I didn't really like that. But apart from that, the acting was absolutely superb.
How good was this film in relation to the other great Scott films, such as Blade Runner?
Well, I think it's very difficult or pointless, really, to compare one of Ridley Scott's films with another, because they're so different. Alien and Blade Runner are science fiction movies, and Thelma and Louise is completely different. It's like trying to compare a Rolls Royce to a Ferrari. They're both brilliant cars. But if you were to ask me which was my favourite film, which is the film I think was the greatest film, I'd have to say Blade Runner, because Blade Runner has a deep significance. I mean, the idea of this programme is to encourage people, I think, to watch good movies, and in particular, in this case, to see Ridley Scott movies. But don't watch Blade Runner if you think it's going to be an easy film, because it's not. It's very philosophical, and in fact, it asks the question: where does life begin, and when does a machine become alive? And it's a very, very deep philosophical question, and there's a lot to it.
All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain. Time to die.
Ridley Scott said when he made the film that it was like an onion, and you peel one, part of the onion off, and there's another and another, and every single layer had to be just right. So the mise en scène, the actual whole feeling of the film, the music, the acting, the story, everything is absolutely superb. The only problem with Blade Runner is that if anybody watches it these days, they should watch the director's cut, which came out in 9 years after the original film. So Blade Runner came out in 1982, but it had a terrible, terrible ending. And this was forced upon Ridley Scott by the money men in Hollywood. It had to have a happy ending. So it wasn't until 9 years later that Scott could make his director's cut, when he changed the ending back to what he originally wanted, and he made his film absolutely superb. But originally, the ending was so ridiculous, it spoiled everything, the whole story.
Thanks, Pete. That's all we've got time for, but join us next week when we run through the best 10 British films ever.
Thank you to Chris Lutterop for his report on Ridley Scott. I recommend Thelma and Louise if you haven't already seen it. It's a must-see film. Now, I'm getting a bit excited here, so you have to bear with me, because we've got two special guests from the Tigers here. We have Harry Ellis and Michael Holford, and also Jill Forrester from England Ladies.
Come on, guys.
Hello. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Hi there.
Nice
Hi.
to meet you.
Take a seat.
Nice to meet you.
That's okay. Right. So, Michael, you were involved for England last night for the north of England against east of France, was it? How did that go? Tell us about that.
Well, I've just got back this afternoon, really, so I was, took a bit of time getting ready. We lost 31-20.
Right.
But then we a few dodgy decisions by the referee and stuff. But it was just really a warm-up match for the to build on to the England under-21s.
Oh,
so.
Did you take part in the whole match?
Yeah, I was the captain.
Oh, jeez, fair enough. He's the captain. What's it like playing for England? I mean, what feeling do you get putting on the England jersey before you go out and play?
It's I feel very proud to do it. It's a lot of emotion goes through you before you go out. I'm not really a nervous person, but every time there's the kick-off, just about to kick off, and I do feel the nerves then. But
yeah, I bet you do.
It's
do you have any pre-match rituals? You know, do you know players sometimes wear like I don't know.
Well, unless I'm captain, I always run out last.
Oh, right,
I like to run out last for some reason. I don't really know why, but
it's just one of those things, isn't it?
Things I like to do
for luck.
So
yeah.
Right, so you both play for Tigers. What's it like being up with all the full international players? Is it a bit nerve-wracking, or are you used to it now?
It was at the beginning. Both myself and Michael came from the sort of youth team, so when we were younger, it was interesting to look up to those players, and it's very, very lucky that we're there playing and training with them day in, day out. So
yeah, you get to learn quite a lot from them. Like,
yeah.
Each player's got something to give to you. Well, something you can learn off them.
Yeah.
They've each got different traits.
Do any of you have a role model in the sport that you've always looked up to as a kid, and now do you like playing with them or against them, or?
Well, Dean Richards used to be my favourite player when I was a real young player.
And he now, obviously, he's a coach.
He's my my boss.
Yeah.
But then, well, there's a lot of players that you can model yourself on. Just with the people's attitudes and just people's abilities and stuff. So.
Well, Jill, you're an England lady. I mean, what got you into the sport? I mean, you know, it's obviously not as popular as men's rugby and doesn't get as much media attention, but it's growing, isn't it?
Well, I've only been playing for 3 years, and I started at my old school, King Edward. It was just a subject in the sports lesson we did, and I just took to it. I really loved it. So, I mean, I broke my ribs the first time I ever played, but, but I really loved it. A real buzz from it, a real relief when you play. It's really good.
Have you got the World Cup in mind? Do you think you've got a chance?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, to tell you the truth. I just concentrated playing at Leicester. That's who I'm employed by. So I just put my all in for that. Really, everything else is a bonus. Really, you just concentrate your rugby at Leicester. You know, and everything else takes care of itself, really. Have you
got one memory that stands out playing for the Tigers that you can think of?
Probably the first time I ran out for Leicester at Welford Road when I was 19. But no, every game's an honour to be playing for Leicester, especially sort of being a youngster and always wanting to play for Leicester. So no, every moment running out, putting on the jersey, it's an honour.
The try in the semi-final European Cup must have been up there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh, footballers seem to get all the attention these days from the girls and like footballers' legs and everything, but personally I think rugby players are far sexier and rugby players' thighs and everything like that. Do you get lots of attention from girls, like girls attacking you at matches or anything?
Michael gets all the attention. I mean, he's the good-looking one. No, we don't.
Harry's been renowned for
righto.
being one for the ladies.
Yeah.
So.
How has it changed your life playing for Tigers? I mean, it must be some change. Obviously, the bank balance must be a little bit bigger.
Well, I wouldn't say that. It's good because we just all we have to do is play rugby, and then we've got the rest of the day to do whatever we want, and we get to go places. Like we've both been to Chile and stuff, and he's been to Australia and New Zealand with the Sevens.
Yeah.
So you get to go around the world and stuff, like all expenses paid. So in that case, it's a lot.
So what was it like going to Australia before? It's the travel, obviously you enjoy it, but do you get to see the sights when you travel and stuff, or is it literally a tough schedule when you train a lot and then play?
Yeah, it is quite tough, but no, you do.
Days off.
You do. I mean, like a normal week for us, we'll get a day off in the week and a day off after the game. So you do then, but no, it's quite a tight schedule. When we're back home, it's quite tough. I mean, you're training Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Quite hard. So the time off you do get, all you want to do is just chill out and relax.
Is that what you do any time out? Just literally just.
Yeah, Michael's got a few extra activities, haven't you?
What are they, Michael?
Oh no, I can't disclose them.
Fair enough. Jill, what's it like playing with the women in rugby then? What's the banter like on the pitch? Is it similar to the boys?
Yeah, it's really good. We our training involves, for England we train in weekends, go away for weekends, stay in like Holiday Inns, Hiltons and things like that. And it's good because we get a chance to sort of bond and get to know each other, not just on the pitch. So because we're all from we've got a prop in like Liverpool. A lot of people are from Newcastle. We don't know each other. Luckily some of them are from Loughborough, so I know them. But if we all gel together on the weekends, it's really good on the pitch because we know each other's traits, and it's really good.
And the spirit's strong in the team.
Definitely, yeah.
Do you find guys are intimidated by the fact you play rugby? Because it's obviously seen as a bloke sport. Do they ever find that a bit strange, or are they more interested?
I wouldn't have thought so. I'm not intimidated by male players, so definitely not. I suppose, I get a lot of arm wrestling challenges because I think men think they've got something to prove, and obviously not male rugby players, people like maybe football players even seem like they've got something to prove against me because I play rugby. I think they probably think I'm a bit hard and things like that, but I don't, and it's just
if you,
the sort of thing you get.
Didn't become successful rugby players, what do you think you would have become?
I'm not really sure.
Did you have any strengths at school, academic-wise, or any other interests?
No, certainly not academically. I've always been reasonably good at sport. I've always been in the school teams at most sports and stuff. So I'd like to have done something like be a PE teacher or
stay into the sport.
Something along them lines.
Harry?
Yeah, probably something to do with sport. Maybe police officer, something dealing with people. Actually, Michael, we were discussing maybe entering the adult entertainment industry.
Yeah.
But we've just got to see what happens at the end of our career.
Jill, do you train full time you play for Loughborough Ladies, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you train with them every week, or do you have others? Have you got another job, or?
No, I do a bit of part-time work just at my local shop, not a lot because we train like Tuesdays, Wednesdays. I don't have time because I go full-time education as well, so I can't really get an evening job, and then my rugby commitments prevent me from getting like a weekend job. So.
Alright. So how long have you been playing for Loughborough Ladies?
Just this season actually, because I used to play for Melton Mowbray Ladies, but they sort of dispersed. That's a lot. It's a lot to do with the lack of interest in women's rugby. Don't get the commitment really, so.
What position do you play?
Hooker.
Right. But that's an interesting one.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you very much for coming in. It's a pleasure to speak to you. I hope you have a fantastic future in all your careers, and good luck to you all. Thank you.
Frankie from the studio, Jessica and Kia. Now tonight there's a big celebration going on, and we thought we'd take this opportunity to invite two of the girls, Trudy and Kelly, who are going to do and help them with their makeup. To do this, we've invited Mrs. Lindsay Stewart.
Hi Katie.
Hi, how are you?
All right, thank you.
To do their makeup. Right, I'm going to start with Trudy.
Yes, that'd be great.
Okay, so what sort of look do you think Trudy should be looking for?
I think both girls will be going for the party look. Okay Trudy, we're going to show you a quick and easy way to your party look. Straight into putting your foundation on. Now this is an easy foundation to apply. It's foundation and powder all in one, so this is all you need. The idea of this is to give you an overall even coverage, not change the colour of your skin, just to make it a nice even look. Okay. So we start from the middle and we work outwards. So you can just use your finger, you don't need to use any brushes. And we'll put this all over. You can put powder over the top of these green ones, which is good as well, and we'll use perhaps a stronger colour for a more dramatic look. And then the trick now is with blending the two colours. Just check we've got even, a bit higher on this side I think. And then we use a bigger brush to blend the two together. Mascara. Do you use mascara normally?
Yes.
Do you normally use black?
Yeah.
Okay. Mascara makes a lot of difference. You can put a couple of coats on if you wanted. I think this sort of colour might be nice. This is sort of a reddy brown colour.
Yeah, that's nice.
To the outer lip line, short feathery stroke. Also helps with your lip line for applying your lipstick because it's a good guide. You know, it's easier to stay within the line. That's how I find it so anyway. The cheeks, hold that one again. Some nice shimmer. This is bronze shimmer powder. And then you can use this all over. It's very fine shimmer, so you won't look all horribly sparkly. You'll look nice and radiant. And then you can just use it for more definition here. And those cheekbones.
Okay, well you two look absolutely stunning. I'm sure you impressed all the boys. Thank you very much, Lindsay.
Okay.
And now it's back to the studio.
Welcome back. I hope you picked up a few hints from our experts there, girls. But right now, our outside broadcast crew is taking a good look at the rather dangerous but very popular sport of motocross. The gang is currently at Donington Park Racecourse where they're taking an inside view. I hope you like it.
Welcome on-air viewers, I'm Ben Allen
and I'm Tom Rowley
and welcome to the world of motocross. Today we are at the track at Castle Donington Supercross track, which is one of the biggest and best supercross tracks in the United Kingdom.
And today we are going to find the true insight of motocross.
Many of you will not know a lot about motocross, but it's an extreme sport but can be very dangerous, and in this episode you're going to find out all about it.
Hit it, Rambo!
Action!
Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop top, it says I'm gonna win big. Choose not to life of imitation. Distant us into the reservation. Defunct the pistol that you pay for. This punk the feeling that you stay for. In time I want to be your best friend. Eastside love is living on the west end. Knocked out before you better come to. Don't die, you know the truth is some do. Go write your message on the pavement. Burn so bad I wonder what the wave meant. White heat is screaming in the jungle. Complete the motion if you stumble. Go ask the dust for any answers. She paints her nails and she don't know. He's got her best friend on the phone. She'll wash her hair, his dirty clothes, or all he gives to her. And he's got posters on the wall of all the girls he wished she was. And he means everything to her. Her boyfriend, he don't know anything about her. He's too stoned. Nintendo, I wish that I could make her see. She's just the flavor of the week.
Motocross looks fun, doesn't it, Ben?
It does indeed, but it also looks very dangerous. But with the right protective clothing, it can be really quite safe. With boots at £100,
with knee pads around £30,
with protective trousers and jerseys which look cool and are quite protective,
with chest protectors around £90 to £110,
and elbow pads around £30 to £40.
But most importantly, the helmet. But this particular one here is around £300 worth.
All of the prices of the products vary depending on what make you go for, and it may sound expensive, but it's well worth the money as it may save your life.
Nintendo, I wish that I could make her see. She's just the flavor of the week. Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching this week's edition of Extreme On Air. I'm Ben Allen.
And I'm Charlie Red.
And we'll see you next week.
He's too stoned, he's too stoned, he's too stoned. Her boyfriend, he don't know anything about her. He's too stoned. Nintendo, I wish that I could make her see.
Right, now we're going to welcome back all our singers. Come on, guys. You're the winner. And the person going through to the grand final and the winner of the competition is Susie Dyer. Well done. Congratulations. Really well. Well done, mate.
Hello and welcome back to the studio for our last time. Hope you boys enjoyed the bikes. Now our last guest for today is Lindsay Goldsbury. Lindsay is a national Latin American dance champion and is here to introduce us to the new and popular phenomenon of salsa.
So Lindsay, you're a dance champion. Tell us about that.
In 2002 I won the Open British Championship.
And how long have you been dancing for?
About 11 years.
Well, there's a couple of newcomers who are dying to learn a few moves, so take it away. Okay. Don't be afraid to join in at home, folks.
Okay, right. If I show you what we're going to do first. Okay, right. We're going to do 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And we're going to go forward, forward and together, back, together, forward, together, back. And then the same to the side, to the side, to the side. And then we're going to turn. Do 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go round in a circle. We're going to the hips, okay? You can try it with me? Okay. So it's 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and then forward. Forward, together, back, together, forward, together, back, and then to the side, side, together, side, together, side, together, and then we're going to turn that way first. Turn and tap, turn and tap, and then go round in a circle. Okay? We'll try it with the music. Oh, we'll try it with the music this time.
Next week, where we'll be catching up to some of the youngest teenage footballing heroes. See you next week.